Hello guys, Unknown Gamer here, and today I'm gonna review the After Hours DLC for GTA Online. The After Hours DLC is a very hard DLC to explain basically. I mean, I was personally disappointed with the content. I mean, all we got is a nightclub, and don't get me wrong, nightclubs are a best new addition to this game. It livens it up for a lot of people because obviously, going to the strip club that many times can be very boring, obviously. But I wish it could have been better. But we're going to talk about the good side of things, the good side of the nightclub itself. One of the great things that I like about this DLC is it brings a whole new interior to the game. Or obviously, every DLC is going to probably do that at this point. It's all been free mode related. Like there weren't like in regards to missions or just cars. The only last DLC we had is the San Andreas Motorsports, which only brung vehicles, which a lot of people were disappointed with. But I was like, fuck, and I spent all my money on like cars that were like millions of dollars anyway. All right, back to the interior. The interior opens up this whole lively like atmosphere, about nightlife and all that stuff. And obviously, it's the name After Hours, like midnight and all that shit. The nightlife, dancing on dance floor and getting totally shit faced. Obviously, my character's doing here, spraying a bottle of champagne all over the place. The features of this interior is it's quite simple, really. I mean, getting shots of your champagne, like I said last time, and this new mechanic, which I'm quite disappointed with, is just dancing. I mean, when you look at the Baldur's Gate Tony in GTA 4, they did the dancing mechanic that you needed to try, and it was a very weird way how they did it, but it was very unique. And obviously, once you impress the woman who you're dancing with, then obviously you see all the scenes and shit. And yeah, and I was very disappointed with the dancing myself. But I just got over it, and it's nothing to complain about. Obviously, just it's basically a social space for your friends to hang out, or if you're bored and you want to do something in GTA 5, and you just don't want to go in free roam, and this is the place for you. You can dance around, get high, or basically standard nightclubs and nightlife type of shit. This DLC, in regards to business wise, isn't very good for the beginner, the starter player who is new to like businesses and all that type of stuff. I recommend buying this later on when you have all the other businesses to work with, like crates, cocaine factories and weed factories and all that and stuff in bike businesses and all that shit. How it works is basically it's like a timer. Like you need to have your popularity up just to get $10,000 a day, and this helps you with the bills of like your businesses, obviously, like paying your staff and all that type of stuff. And the secondary part of it is basically a like cashback on your businesses or what you spend money on. Like crates, obviously, I think it's like 600k to fill up like 111 warehouse. And when you produce cargo in your nightclubs, you're able to sell that for roughly the same amount of money that you spent on your warehouse goods and shit. If you're wondering on where to see like all your cargo and progress and all that shit, it's on like in this basement thing. They have like at the start when you buy your nightclub, you have these options, like lights and all that stuff, standard stuff that you will understand. Like what it has is where I think it's like two areas. You can have garages in like it's like four garages and things like 6 or 8 maybe 8 like cargo holds, which will obviously slowly produce your cargo. It's like bikers, but you don't need to fill up those like businesses each time. So it's bikers or gun running without the struggle, basically. And here's the part where I'm gonna bash it a bit. Like, I'm disappointed in this DLC, and it's mostly because of the drip feeds that Rockstar usually bring out. And the problem is that they keep on holding content back for later on. For like, so if you spent all your money on the nightclub, right? Like right now, if you're broke, pretty much broke now, if that's the case, that basically says, oh, fuck you. buy more shark cards. That's what they're gonna try and do. But like this drip feed content, trying to get as much money out of you as possible. And the thing is that really did annoy me like a bunch is mostly like they kept on like leaving content for later, like the new MOC and the new little fighter plane which I'm waiting for. I actually really want that vehicle besides medicine. And like the mobile operations center, like seriously, I thought I would think that'd be part of this DLC, but I guess not. I mean, is it a separate DLC? I mean, this whole DLC is advertised to be the main part of your like business, like the nightclub business is basically cover up for all your other businesses, and I've been seeing videos of this MOC, and it looks very useful to use because you don't even have to go to your office to buy supplies and all that stuff, and I can't wait for that really. And basically, it just says that Rockstar doesn't really care that about when you want these items. They just leave stuff behind, and it just makes you more like frustrated that you have to wait extra time to get these like cool vehicles and shit. And I find it really I think it's really bad business, but good business at the same time. Mostly because it keeps your players like playing the game over time. Also, I just felt like the DLC is just underwhelming. Like, it didn't really bring a lot to the table. Like, first start, I did like first mission where you get like first DJ. Actually, they're bringing like DJs for like drip feed, which is stupid in my opinion, but whatever. I mean, I actually kind of get that because I guess the real life DJs need like advertising for their songs and all that stuff, so I can forgive them for that. But like leaving like the new MOC and shit, like a terabyte, like on hold, is kind of is really scummy to me. What I'm trying to say is they should have brung out like Terabyte and all those other vehicles that come with it on the day of the update. It should have been out then, but like if that Terabyte was out, it had all the benefits of like cargo and all that stuff, it would be a brilliant DLC. But no, they just leave it off hold, and then the DLC just feels like a smaller DLC instead of a large DLC. I mean, it's just very, very stupid, but I guess that's Rockstar's ways, and I can't really stop them for that. But I also see the point of it too. It's where they just make hype for it as well. To make more, have people play the game more and all that stuff, and buy more shark cards, which they probably want. Well, which is Take Two's problem. Probably also Rockstar's problem is everyone likes money either way. I would personally give this DLC a 5 out of 10. Mostly because it's underwhelming. There wasn't really a lot of content. I mean, we only had like 1 or 2 street cars, like civilian cars. Like it only got like Jester Classic. I'm just there thinking, like, is that really it? Is that all we got? And I'm just there wondering to myself, like, how much are they keeping behind these like wait times, basically? But well, this is all I have to say about the new DLC. I think it's a good DLC, but it could have been better. That's my thinking. So guys, this is the end of this video. The recent support on this channel has been amazing. I mean, we're currently at 26 subscribers, and I'd like to say thanks to Dustin's MC for giving me that shout out. I'll put his channel link in the description if any of you guys are interested in seeing his channel. But we both make different types of content, but doesn't mean I don't give him a shout out back. So yeah, guys, subscribe for more content, like, share this video, disliked if you disliked it. So I still don't know like an outro to this video. Need to work on one. Maybe you guys can give me any ideas on that. So see you then.